Hello everyone, you're watching SQL for data analysts and data scientists. Okay, current topic for this lecture is SQL where clause, and I'm going to use it with in. Okay, and this is lecture number 5 given by myself, Shinaz Malik, and let's see what we have for all of you. Now, I have been speaking about that where clause is used to filter records. We have gone through all this in our previous lectures. So, in this lecture, I would like to, your attention, just see where clause with syntax, where clause syntax with in is something like you are selecting columns and from table, and where condition in and you will give, for example, strings spread by commas if it's a string, or you can give numbers without strings, without quotes, I mean to say. So let's see what this all about. Let's practically do it and understand it, and so that it makes more sense to all of us. For that, we will open our Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Let me go there. Okay, and here I am. Uh, if, to do this exercise with me, all you need is you have this SQL Server Management, Studio, and once you have Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio downloaded from internet, installed in your system. If you don't have this adventure work 2014 database, this could be downloaded from the internet, and please go and write for example, Adventure Works 2004, download in Google, and you will immediately get it. Okay, if you face any problems, just let me know. Once you download, it will be most probably a back file, and then what you can do, you can right click on your database, and then you go restore. And if you go into my previous lectures, you will see how to restore. I have given some quick guidance, and once you restore it, and then you will have all this database available. And once you have database available, I mean to say Adventure Works 2014, then what you could basically do, you could query against this database. Okay, so just reminding all of you guys, maybe you are trying to execute queries and you don't have database. You need to have some kind of database. You don't need particularly this database. You can use any database, okay? And you can just see what kind of tables are there, and then what kind of columns are within that table, and you can then send queries against that table, and you can just adjust your queries towards your database. But the protocol for writing the SQL queries will remain the same. Okay, now let's move on. So in this exercise, in this lecture, I am going to show you, for example, if you see, we are selecting some columns then from a table. Okay, and where a due date in. Okay, for example, let's take an example. Let's just hypothetical scenario creating that. Let's say that these were the days when, for example, there was some holidays, or you have given some sales, to particular items, or whatever. So you want to see what you have done at particular these 3 dates, and maybe then later on you need to sum up and understand what kind of strategies you can make for future. So basically, I'm just asking, give me these columns from this table, where the condition I'm putting, where due date is, uh, where due date is 2014 July the 10th and the 16th and the 17th, and then here I'm just ordering by order quantity. Okay, so basically here I'm checking due dates, and giving just three strings. And if I execute this query now, if you see, this is the result. Okay, and if you see in this result, we should have these 4 columns, and that we have. And from this table that we understand, we have fetched it from this table, one of the tables from here inside this Adventure Works 2014. Okay, and then I'm putting a condition, and if you have to see this due date in, I should have fetch the records only of these three dates. And if you see 2014 710, okay, which is this, and if you move on slowly down, and here now is 16th coming, okay, then 17th, and 16th again 10, 16th again, and 17th. So basically we are getting only those records which matches this criteria, okay. And what we could do, for example, instead of ordering by, for example, ordering by order quantity, you could basically say order by due date, okay. Sorry. So for example, if I say I'm writing this query, and then I'm executing it, and now you see 17th, okay, because in descending, and then you'll see 16th, and then you will see 10th, okay. Makes sense? Okay, I'm just going to get back into this into order the way I have written the query, because I have written everything here. So just keeping it as I have written. Okay, so if I see again execute, so you see that this is the way actually, if you want to, put condition on dates, and you have different dates, and if you don't have the start and end, maybe you have some particular dates, and you can fetch your information like this. So if you see here, I have returned 111 records. Okay, so if this makes sense, let's move a little bit further into same thing. Here, I this is not, see, the copy paste stuff sometime is dangerous. So here it is in 5,000, 6,000, and 8,000. So where the due date, where the quantity, so it's not due date, where the quantity. So where the order quantity, order order quantity is in the following. Okay, so now I'm just changing a little bit. I'm saying same thing. I've not done anything special here. So purchase order ID, unit price, so order quantity, due date columns from this, where order quantity is in the following list, and then order by. Okay, so same thing, selecting the columns, okay, that I need from the table, where I'm saying this particular column should be in 5,000, 6,000, 800. Here you note I am not putting these things in quote, as these are not strings. So let's execute this query, and here is the result. You see, my results are always available because I just check these queries before I you know start recording these lectures for you guys. I don't want to have any unnecessary error which will take extra time, as time is money, and I don't want you guys to lose your money, and neither I want myself to lose my money. uh, in simple language, if you see now, where clause, okay, order quantity, you will see order quantity either 8,000, either 6,000, either 5,000. Okay, there's nothing else, and only those records are fetched. So this is the way you use where clause within. And with numbers, if you don't have strings, you don't put in quotes, but if you have string, then you put it in quotes, and that rest is simple and to the point. Now coming back. Now, if you like this lecture, please be connected. I don't know how you are going to do so. Subscribe. If you haven't until now, hit the notification bell or whatever you need to do, to be to get notified as soon as I upload new videos. I hope to see all of you in my coming videos, and until then, I would like to say thank you all for watching Data Analytics Professionals, and remember, sharing is caring. With that said, it's time to say goodbye.